The big news coming out of Great Britain the past few weeks is that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have decided to take a break from the public eye. They decided to put their royal duties on hold for a while. The reason, according to Meghan Markle, in at least one interview that she's given, is that she has found the pressures of her position to be overbearing, overwhelming. She is, as a result, miserable in her position. Wait, what? She's a princess, royalty, for goodness sake. How could she be miserable? She has everything that anybody could possibly want. Perfect health, great looks, a beautiful family, immense popularity, adoring crowds wherever she goes, wealth, fame, status, power, and on and on and on. Not to be cruel, but when I first heard this news, my initial reaction was, oh, poor thing. What terrible cards life has dealt you. That's dripping with sarcasm, by the way, in case you didn't catch it. I mean, I'm perplexed, completely perplexed, as many people are, maybe most people who heard this news are. She is the last person on the face of the earth who should be miserable. More than that, I, along with many people, find her comments insulting. They're insulting to people who are enduring real hardships. But maybe I shouldn't be so perplexed. Maybe none of us should be. See, what's happening with Meghan Markle isn't all that unusual. As someone once said, the greatest curse in life is to get everything you've always wanted, to make it to the top, to have all your dreams come true. Because once you do, once you get everything that you've always wanted, you come to realize that all that you work so hard for will never completely satisfy you. Once you make it to the top, you realize that making it to the top isn't all that it's cracked up to be. And now, where else can you go? Once all your dreams do come true, you realize that they will never make you truly happy. And now what? There's nothing else, no other place to go to find happiness. Perhaps this explains why among celebrities, those who seem to have everything it takes to make you happy, why they tend to experience the highest rates of depression and loneliness and addiction and even suicide. But it's not just among celebrities. As Americans, more than any other people group who's ever lived, we have more opportunities and affluence and comfort and security and access. And yet, even though we are the most self-fulfilled generation, that's why it's called the me generation, even among the general population, those rates of depression and addiction and suicide are increasing at unprecedented and alarming rates. Why? If we, more than any other period in history, have access to all the things that we hold most sacred as promising happiness for us, all the things that we have been told and sold would make for happiness, why are we so miserable? Why are we so unhappy? Why aren't we finding true happiness by pursuing our passions and fulfilling all our dreams and making it to the top and getting everything that we've always longed for? In Mark chapter 8, Jesus says that if you want to save your life, you must lose it. If you want to save your soul, you must deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow him. While Jesus might have meant that literally, some of the people standing in front of him, some of his disciples, would actually give their lives as martyrs for their belief in him, and some of them by crucifixion. They would actually literally take up a cross to follow him. He certainly meant it in a much broader sense. He meant it for anybody who would choose to follow him, even for those who would not die a martyr's death by crucifixion. So what he's really saying here essentially is he's saying the path to true happiness is straight through the cross. Somebody should have told Jesus that if he was selling happiness, the cross isn't the best marketing tool. More than any other device through history, the cross is associated with misery and torture and suffering and ultimately death. And yet, Jesus insists that the path to true happiness runs straight through the cross. It's by denying yourself, dying to yourself. It's through sacrificial love that we will find true happiness. This is so counterintuitive, and it's so runs so completely counter to everything our culture teaches us. But as I'll show in next week's blog, it actually is the path to true happiness. So where do you think true happiness is found? I'd love to hear your comments. You can go to the Contact EJ page of the Raising Jesus website and leave them there. Also, if you haven't had a chance to yet, please like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and keep telling your friends about us. Thank you.